keep doing what I'm doing, and occasionally, I guess I'm going to get some advanced notice of things. Obviously, I'll get more of a direct line to provide feedback on stuff and be like, hey, it would be really helpful if you guys could plan in the next couple months is like, can we get some inventory management? That'd be a nice quality of life improvement, right? Can we get some inventory management? Can we clean up this? Can we add either, you know, since we're not going to get rid of any of this crap, can we get a couple more dividers to separate like Armada directives out or artifact or ship upgrade parts? Can we instead of just lumping 483 items into other? Also, can we put the miscellaneous at the bottom? You know, below all the other stuff? You know, things about that. I mean, a search function would be nice, but I don't know that that's gonna be easy to add in game. But even if they can't do that, and they just be like, hey, all right, we can add a couple more of these little subheaders, right? We're not going to give you any more new tabs, but we can add a couple more new filters. Hey, old event store currency. Can we just make a separate tab for that and move 84 of them to the bottom? Because I probably had 84 event store currencies because sometimes you can't use them all, right? You end up with 50 left or 100 left that you can't redeem for anything. And since they're all just sitting in here somewhere, can we flip and move them to the bottom? New tab, old event store currencies. Push them all down, or don't even call it old, just call it event store currencies, and just push them all to the bottom. Specialty ship parts, Vindicator, Relativity, Revenant, GS31. What's this? The Squall? Yeah, let's move this stuff all to give them their own little tab, make them easier to find. It's like I shouldn't have to go to Spock's Club and sync my account and then use their inventory search feature so I can find what the heck I'm looking for to figure out if I have enough of it or not. Hey, how many uncommon Armada directives do I have? Well, which Armada are you talking about? Because they're in here somewhere. That's number one on my quality of life suggestion improvements. And if that's the only thing I can get them to do in 2026 that I have any direct responsibility for, I still think it's a win. I still think I still think we as a community all come out ahead. If that's the only thing that I get accomplished is inventory management for 2026. Please, for the love of God, that's all we ask is just clean this up a little bit. You don't have to delete anything. We're past the point of asking you to get rid of all this crap. Let us convert it for something more useful. That ship has sailed, right? We would love that. Even if you just converted this junk into Latinum, we would absolutely love that. But if you're afraid of offending anybody and taking it away and you don't want to do it and institute a new system, fine. At least let us shove it in the closet where we don't have to look at it. So there's my soapbox pitch for the night. Explain the concept of the lifetime value of a client. Yeah, I mean, it's an easy thing to do that will make it's low hanging fruit, right? And I've got a dozen more ideas, some of them from 3 years ago that still haven't quite been handled yet, but this is certainly at the top of the list. If I can get this one done, that'll be a huge win. If I can get them to split the Ultra Recruit tokens into 2 boxes like they did with Crucible, that would be my other big win. That one was the one I pitched 2 years ago, never heard back on. But since we already did it with Crucible of War, they split the recruit box into 2 separate bundles because there were too many officers in there. Can we split the Ultra Recruit box too? Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 36. Now we're up to 41. It was 27 when I made the video. It was 27 and 53 when I made the video or something like that. And now we've got 36, 41 epic, And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 9 is 63, 68, 69, 70, 72. So we've gained about 15 epic and 20 something rare officers that are all just thrown into this bundle. And it makes it darn near impossible to try and source an officer that you would actually want. So pretty please, with sugar on top, can we split this into 2 separate boxes? Take a little time, divide up the officers, put Quark on one side, Rom on the other. Put the, you know, strike team, this guy over here and that one over there. Or even if you want to keep, hey, the strike team people are in here, but put the Picard people in the other one. So that way there's PvP officers on both sides, right? Keep it balanced. Uh, you know, mix this up a little bit. And then even if there are other officers that still have bad sourcing after all these years, like, oh, I don't know, Harrison or somebody like that, that you might want to, Tal maybe, I don't know. You know, you could put them in one of these recruit boxes, and because you don't want to feel like you're overwhelming it and diluting it further and further every single edition. So if you split it, then you've got more room to work with to put things, and people won't feel like they're just. I mean, you have better odds of hitting a roulette wheel than you do of getting the officer you want out of one of these boxes. Kind of scary. So that would be another huge quality of life improvement for the players. And these are the only 2 things I'm really going to be pushing for in 2026. Heck, I'm going to start now, but I know it'll take them a while to get it done. But maybe, just maybe, we can get that. We can make that happen. Depot tokens now. So depot tokens are limited. You know, not all these officers are in depot tokens per se. And again, if you're still getting the ultra recruit tokens, shouldn't, and especially because lower level players also, it'd be more beneficial to them. Players in the mid 20s and low to mid 30s, because they're not really getting depot tokens. Depot tokens are kind of a G4 and up kind of feature. So for those poor souls who are still down there, still, you know, in the lower levels of the game, or just new players to the game, maybe let's not overwhelm them with like, oh yeah, I really need to get Pike. It's like, well, good luck. I mean, I know not all the officers are in the bundles at the lowest levels. It's not quite as crazy. There are points in time when you hit certain op levels where more officers do just get added into these buckets. But I mean, as Pike goes, so does the lower level grinding experience. And if you have 15 or 20 other officers in here blocking you from sourcing him, it really slows down new player progression. Even though you get half of them from field training, unless they're going to up that and start giving you 100% of him through field training. They don't. They currently give you 50% of Pike through field training. So if we're going to keep that as it is, well, then maybe we need to make him a little easier to source. Just saying. Just saying.